me or the office to sign up. BSU also held a Cornerstone Pie Takeover in order for them to fundraise last Thursday, and it went really well. A lot of staff and faculty showed up to like support and stuff, and it was really fun because they didn't expect a lot of community members to show up, and they did. DEC is also putting the MLK Peace March and celebration along with BSU and other departments happening Thursday, January 16th. And if you want to do the march, you have to meet in the pit at 5:30. And at 4. The march is happening at 5:30, right?
March, gathering at 4, march at 4:30, program at 5.
Okay. Gathering at 4, march at 4:30, program at 5.
Yeah, got it.
And then the next thing that the DEC is putting on is Find Your People. This group is this affinity group is for Black men. So if you identify as a Black male or man, please come up. It's going to be Wednesday, January 15th. It's at 5 to 7 p.m. and food will be provided. It's going to be hosted at the DEC, and the facilitator will be Michael Middleton. Another thing that the DEC is putting on is the Parade of Nations happening Thursday, January 23rd in the Cirque Ballroom. So please come up. There's going to be a lot of great events and support. I yield my time.
All right, happy Medallion Monday, Wildcats. I'm so excited that our public meetings are on Mondays, just so I can say that. It's a fun alliteration. Ashley brought this up, but Wildcat Wednesday is something new that we're launching for my office with AUAP's support and ideas. So every Wednesday from 12 to 2, if you are wearing CWU gear, you get a spin to win more CWU gear. Sounds fun, right? So every Wednesday this quarter, we'll be out in the serve tabling area, so make sure you show up, show out. We had our first student union advisory board meeting last Wednesday. Lots of fun. We got to discuss some new exception requests. But also, I don't know if you've seen it, there's something behind us. We are getting a new fireplace to finish this week. We are also in the process of getting new doors. I think this side is finished and they're working on the other side right now. But those are to be completed this week, next week. But we'll keep you updated with that. Also, I don't know if you've heard, but Rec Fest is tomorrow. So tomorrow from 3 to 6 p.m. in the Rec Center, meet their staff. There's going to be cool activities and free giveaways. So be sure to check that out tomorrow in the Rec Center, 3 to 6 p.m. The first Housing and Dining Advisory Board meeting of the quarter is this Thursday at 4 p.m. We'll be going over lots of fun things like Housing's master plan and their financials. And yeah, also, I got a cool shirt from Housing the other day. I don't know if you know this, but if you're interested in returning to living on campus in our awesome res halls, you have priority until January 20th. And that's open today. If you have any questions, make sure to reach out to Housing. They're also located in Button Hall. And Wildcat 8, this is a new program that Student Involvement is launching. I don't know if you saw our cool shoes, the Converse with the Wildcat head on there. If you complete 8 of the Wildcat 8 events, you are entered into a drawing to win a free pair of Converse. So yeah, it's also Monday, which means Medallion Monday, so make sure to keep up with your tradition keeper. Thanks, I yield.
Everyone can hear me? Good. I'm going to start with the legislative update. Today marks the first day of the 2020 legislative session. So our complex political machinery is going to work on passing the important legislation needed to function for this biennium and the next one. Our student lobbyists and VP of Leg Affairs are in Olympia currently lobbying on behalf of CWU students. Some important updates are that we got $3 million in the governor's budget for our capital budget request. We are working with Senator Leas on securing grant funding for same-day voter registration efforts on college campuses. If you recall, on November 5th, we held a voting center in the CERC, and we had almost 500 students vote, and we registered about 50 new voters that day. It was the first in the state at a college where we had voter registration and a voting booth in the same place. So we'd like to see the state implement the opportunity for that on other campuses. Furthermore, our office is in the process of finalizing preparations for meetings with legislators on January 20th for CATS at the Capitol, which is our lobby day. We would like to focus on discussing the importance of higher education funding with lobbyists, or not with legislators that day. If anyone would like to still apply, visit our office in Circ 236. We still have a few spots for people who are interested in going. Finally, we are also working on our Let's Talk About Primaries. The primaries are coming up, and we notice a need for students to be informed on how those function, what their responsibilities are as voters. So we're going to work with some of the clubs and committees to get some attendance going there. Also, please follow our Legislative Affairs account on Instagram at ASCWU Legislative Affairs. We'll post some updates there. Need my time.
And so for Jasmine's report, President on the run this quarter will be Thursdays at 1 p.m. Location to be determined. You can follow her on Twitter at ASCWU President for more updates regarding that. Regarding the ASCWU podcast, the board has decided not to have a podcast this quarter to replace our meetings, which are now bi-weekly. We will also be changing up the Constitution, and we will be hosting an open forum so you can see what exactly we are changing and the reason behind that, which is Wednesday the 22nd at 4 p.m. Here in Circuit. And then regarding the Student Search Review Committee, the agenda says that emails have been sent out, but they have not yet. If you apply for the SSRC, you will be receiving an email very shortly though. Now with that, let's go back to the minutes. Everybody's gotten a chance to see the minutes, so is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the minutes?
So the minutes have been approved. Now going on to public comment. Is there any public comment? Anybody? Anything? No? Okay, great. Let's go on to issues concerning the announcement. Thank you again to 88 the Bird for live streaming us as always on Facebook. And so our next meeting will be 2 weeks from now, to January 27th. So with that, I call this meeting, over. Adjourn this meeting. Thank you. 18.